Hi everyone, thank you very much for watching today's webinar or video. We're getting a lot of questions at the moment from both our sellers in the market about what's happening out there and also from purchasers. So what we thought would be really good is to get some expert advice, and we've managed to track some down today. And we've got Daniel Stones from Davisons Solicitors with us. So Dan, I don't know if you want to give us a quick introduction into yourself and your firm at Davisons.
Yeah, sure. So Dan Stones at Davisons Solicitors. We are the currently #1 residential conveyancing firm in the West Midlands. Across Birmingham, we've got 7 offices. I'm based in Colmore Row. I head up the Colmore office and specialise in residential conveyancing.
Okay, great. Thanks very much, Dan. We've got a few questions that we I suppose commonly asked at the moment, so we thought we'd run through those and hopefully you can answer those for us. So I suppose to kick off then with question number 1, what's the situation for people if they've got an ongoing sale currently agreed? And obviously before this they were pushing forward towards exchange and completion. Where are they now, and what can they expect to see happen over the coming weeks?
Yeah, sure. So, first off, really some guidance on, or summary of the government guidance is that the government are saying that there is actually no need to pull out of the transactions at this point. There are really 2 scenarios we're looking at. One being where the property is vacant. Guidance there is that we should, the client can proceed, but subject to following guidance on social distancing and so on. Where the properties are occupied, slightly different. It's a question of looking to delay the completions until the restrictions are lifted and relaxed, really. So they're the 2 scenarios at this point. And
would you give guidance on that, depending on who, your clients, and liaise with the other side as to what the best course of action is?
Yeah, I mean, it really is a question of adapting and being flexible in this situation, which is really what the government are promoting as well as a policy. So it's really those parties working together to get the transactions as far as we can moved up to exchange and completion where possible.
Yeah. I think the phrase at the moment is adapt and overcome, isn't it?
Indeed, yeah, that's what we're trying to do in this unprecedented times. Yeah.
Okay, another question then, I suppose, for sellers or purchasers. If they're about to agree a new sale, how far can they get with this? Are you, as lawyers, taking on new business, and what challenges might they see along that journey?
Yeah. Well, Davisons, certainly, we're still very much open for business and taking new instructions. We can take instructions remotely. There's no need for clients to obviously take any risks there, and they can stay safe via email and electronic signatures. So that's all there. Our new business team are open and actively opening new files and starting and progressing new transactions. It really is, I think, that from the point of view of the client, there may be other practical issues that they've got to deal with. Legally, we can get them through. We're supporting the conveyancing process through the lockdown. The issues really, I think, probably more financial and practical, in that mortgages, the lenders, the valuers are currently not able to go out to properties at the moment, but that will change, I'm sure, in a few weeks' time. And removals, really, the practical side of things. Government guidance is that removals and tradespeople can still work at properties as long as they're not showing any symptoms, and obviously they're not unwell, and obviously observe those social distancing 2 meters and hand washing. So that it's just, I think, it's going to be it's for clients to overcome those issues. As I think everyone's finding in daily life has changed dramatically. Legally,
the message is that you guys can get the process done your end,
absolutely,
inquiries and what have you, but ultimately it's the practical element of physically moving and getting removal firms and ultimately the mortgage surveyors, etc., out as well, which might cause a stumbling block.
Yeah, but so far as the legal process is concerned, we are checking titles, requesting searches, dealing with management packs. So we're really moving it on as far as we can for our clients here.
Great, that's really positive. The other one then, I suppose, if somebody's on the open market at the moment and hasn't agreed a sale, what can they be doing to be proactive to get ready for when we all press play again, hopefully, and have a surge of offers? I think there's a lot of talk, and something we talk about in the industry is being sale ready or legally prepared. Appreciate not many sort of sellers may have heard that phrase, but what can our sellers be doing? And I suppose what does that entail in terms of getting legally prepared or sale ready, as we call it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're here at Davisons looking at as well, and actively doing is it's that opportunity to collect all the information that the buyer needs to exchange contracts, and we're sort of front loading that at this point with taking the management packs, getting the title requested and preparing contract packs, and all the other compliance issues that we deal with, so far as ID and those other points. We're all dealing with that remotely and making sure that as far as possible we can be ready when we press play again. Yeah.
So that's a really positive step people can be doing now or taking now to be as prepared and as ready as possible for when we do hopefully present an offer and agree an offer. You know, they're probably that process probably takes a few weeks generally to get set up and get ready. So generally 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, so generally takes a couple of weeks normally for clients to fill out the forms and send them back and so on. But again, we can do that via email now, which is making it a lot quicker. And putting together all like the title pack or contract pack, as we call it, and being able to get that ready and issue it immediately once the sale's agreed.
Okay, brilliant. I think that covers off most of the sort of commonly asked questions we are receiving at the moment. I suppose just your take on maybe what the future holds. I know that's the big question on everybody's lips.
Yeah.
And what maybe the next 12, 18 months looks like for you as a business, and what you think the industry and the housing market might do, and how they'll react to this.
Well, I think we'll look back on it, I'd say in perhaps a year or so's time, and we'll think, what was all that about? Certainly, it's certainly not, from my experience, as I was there, it was the 2008 correction, in that I don't think, well, the banks are a lot healthier position.
Yeah.
There's still an immense amount of demand. The stock, as far as housing stock, there's still building needs so much new build and new units that are required to
we're still as a country, aren't we? I think we're still a long way off those demands, and there's still quite a shortage of housing in the UK. Yeah. So hopefully that's what we'll see, is the demand is still there. Obviously a lot about the economy will have an impact on it, but yeah, I think if, our point of view, I think it all tails with demand, and obviously if the banks are in a good position and their lending is still fluid, which we think it will be after this, then it just comes down to individuals' criteria, and if the lenders will accept them. But I think we're still quite some way behind the targets of the of the housing project, if you like. So hopefully demand will kick back in once we're over and past this epidemic.
Well, that's what we're forecasting here. Certainly, yeah, in the 12 to 18 months, we'll see results.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, Daniel. Is there anything else you wanted to add, or any other questions you'll be in sort of approached with on a number of occasions? I think we've covered most of them broadly there. Yeah,
we've covered. I think we've pretty much covered where we are with the government guidance. Really, it is that although you may read things in the media or in the news, and it's very much doom and gloom, the government guidance is actually pretty positive as far as moving house is concerned. It's not a full stop here. It's carrying on as far as we can. and then when the stay-at-home measures are lifted, then there will be those exchange and completions will come through.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for it. Yeah, thank you very much for your time, Daniel. I hope that answers a lot of the queries our customers and followers have got. If anybody does have any queries, then feel free to drop us a note and we will direct them towards Dan and he can try and answer those for you. But in the meantime, thank you very much, Daniel. Stay safe and stay at home.